is the Jim and Terry Show, coming to you from the Hobbit Hole Studio in Bobcaygeon. I'm one of your hosts, Terry, and with me is my good friend
Jim from Pefferlaw.
Pefferlaw is a swamp area, drainage basin of the Pefferlaw River, and goes into Lake Simcoe, and you have so much water.
We have so much water. Poor church I attend is leaking again. So we know the groundwork we need to do, so we're going to have to do that. And it's just going to keep going unless we do something. So
The heavens have opened in Pefferlaw.
Yeah.
And it's winding up in the church basement.
We need an exorcism of the demon of moisture.
Yeah, we talked about that, the shape of water. This is a demonic shape. Well, sometimes when you have to go over with a wet vac and get ready for people.
There's some people that are just wonderful people. They check on it and they work at it, and they're not young, and they're, and we had a number of incidences with some of the people that attend our church. They're in hospital. Maybe they're getting out today, but they were in hospital yesterday, and wow, what a week it's been. I had to clean the ditch out because our ditch was flooding, and it was blocked, and then other little teeny chores, like helping my friend build a greenhouse, and
So you've been busy.
It's been a busy week. Yeah.
Are you what they call weary in well-doing?
Actually, not really. But it was funny. The simplest things. When I got the call about the church, all my clothes were drying in a dryer. I said, I'll get there when I can. I don't have any pants. and so I did, and left my underwear and everything, and then just got my pants and got over there. And then I was kidding with you, but I actually wasn't kidding. I haven't had a shower since Tuesday, and this is Thursday.
That's why you're on the other side. You're on the other side of the room, my friend.
Yeah, it is only Thursday, so I guess that's not too bad. But as you can tell, I'm starting to look like that wino in a ditch. My beard hasn't been shaved because everything needs to be done at the moment. I'm planning on doing what I do as a retired man who has all the time in the world. Funny enough, that time does get taken up with little chores and little this and
a little of this and a little of that as you are retired. And I find that I enjoy retirement because we have the ability to choose and manage our time. Until some people pick up the phone and call you, hey, Jim, can you? Yeah, I could.
I guess so.
I don't want to really, but
Well,
this plan.
I thank God, because as you knew, for a while there, I had a bad back, and my back is better, thank God. So I can do more and not be moaning and groaning, because I never think that people actually believe you got a bad back. It's so common to say, I can't do that, for God's sakes, it'll kill me. So not having a bad back is, I guess I'm rejoicing in that.
Well, let's move on to some current events, because that's what we're here to drink our coffee. Cheers. Chin, chin.
Clink, clink.
Clink, clink. And we're talking about things that we would find, we would gab in a coffee shop somewhere.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the shop that I don't want to mention the name of, because you don't go there and you don't like it anymore. But I would, and I do. So to the coffee shop chat, that's what we're doing.
I would go there for the sake of a show.
Yeah, I don't think they would
just,
like
I'm
us
just
to
not
set
impressed.
up a mic in a
Well, that's one of the problems, isn't it?
I know it is. That's why we designed that poster, that door-sized poster, to put up on a stand and take it wherever we were. I thought we might interview people like Joe on the street.
Well, that's what we were going to do, and then that little thing called COVID came along, and that put a complete end to that, and we're just lazy old, and we don't want to go out.
Yeah, well, that was that many years ago. So, yeah. So a new vision for the Jim and Terry Show. Simply have you heard, for our listening audience of ones and twos, whoever may find our banter jovial, uplifting, perhaps you might LOL with us, or just LOL at us. I don't know.
Probably at us.
But have you heard? So let's go to the one that's making the rounds most obviously, which is Trump as Jesus.
Yeah, I mean,
meme card
oh my goodness. Well, he's hinted at it. He's declared various things. He's called himself peace. And he's basically, in posting that, was over his fight with the Pope, by the way, basically saying, I'm Jesus. And that's what he was saying. And so I keep telling you, just wait. The day's going to come. He's going to say he's God. You just watch.
Yeah, except that he's nuts. So can you take the words of a crazy man seriously?
No, you can't.
But
I'm
somebody
not
needs
saying
to-
it was funny.
The
I had
adults
a-
need to be in the room.
I had a
with it.
conversation last night with my brother, and I was saying, even though if I was writing a book, How to Become the Antichrist, it would be all around what Trump's doing. I don't believe he's the Antichrist. God knows he might be, but he is an Antichrist. You know what I mean? Like
Type of one.
Well, he's absolutely the opposite of Jesus. So he would charge to heal you for sure.
Quid pro quo. Yeah, sure. I
That
could.
guy in the bed paid $50 million to get that
It's
healing.
going to cost you a couple of Bitcoin in order for me to spit on this mud and put that mud back on your eyes to heal you. So, and that spit doesn't come cheap.
No, and I imagine the voice of Jesus not being, hey, bud, you know what I mean? I came all this way. You know what I mean? There's got to be something in it for me, right?
Like a Marlon Brando
Yeah.
type of thug.
Well, this is going to be the greatest
Well, let's
healing.
talk about
This is
the
going to
deep-
be the best healing ever.
Always the best and always in 2 weeks. Well, let's talk about the things that we agree with. The shape of the figure and the colors of the figure with the robes. Doctor or Jesus?
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows he was projecting Jesus. But what a lot of people don't know, the original picture behind him, before it was doctored up, had 3 soldiers. Now you'll see 2 soldiers and in the middle a demon god. If you see the image, what that was taken from, it's either Baal.
3 crosses?
It's either Baal. Well, the crown. He's got this thing
Okay.
behind's got a crown. So everybody's going like, what's with that? Like, I mean, why the demons? Now, is that his staff doing that, or is he doing that?
I don't think he can do it.
Yeah. And of course, now you know the rumors, not just because of that, but apparently there's a guy online that's saying that apparently he's like the ultimate warlock. Like he's really into that.
Trump is?
Yeah, but I don't know
Well,
how
if
true
you sit
that
with
is.
Mein Kampf on your
Allegedly.
table. Yeah. So we agree that the shape is not a doctor. It is the robes of a religious figure.
Yeah.
Let's say it's Jesus, and he is healing. So that's the territory of God.
Well, he's in the argument with the Pope.
Yeah.
Basically saying, listen, look who you're arguing with, Pope.
And what did J.D. Vance say?
No, J.D. Vance said the Pope's got to watch his theology or something like that. Like, you kidding me?
Pope has to watch his theology. Well,
Yeah.
I don't agree with a lot of Catholicism, so I would agree on some
But
level.
but J.D. Vance is Catholic, a recent convert.
That's the thing. He's a Johnny-come-lately to Catholicism.
Yeah, and now he's going to lecture the Pope. Right.
On his,
I mean, I'm not Catholic. I'm Protestant, and I've got my difficulties with it. But I know the man. You can tell by looking at him. He's a man of God. He's
the Pope.
the Pope, and you can tell by looking at Trump that he's not. He
Yes.
even said it in his last post with him and Jesus being together,
Best
the
friends.
the real one, saying, I'm not really that religious. So,
I saw a great meme that was going around social media, which had God in the heavens and Trump looking up and saying, "What do I need to do to get to heaven?" And then the Lord is saying, "You gotta be kidding me." So it's just the theater of the absurd. None of it makes sense. It is nonsense. It's crazy talk. Where are the adults in that conference, that GOP? Where are they keeping this guy on the rails?
I am blown away with the silence, and woe to them, in my opinion, because I'm more upset with them than I am with the president. Because I like you, I think
He's not so.
he's missing a few bulbs
Marbles.
there,
Yeah.
marbles. But I mean, let's look where it started. Okay, on Easter, Trump pronounces he's going to eliminate an entire race of people.
genocide.
Genocide. That's what he said. And so the Pope said, this is not good. We're supposed to be thinking of peace. And Trump's trying to portray himself as being this great Christian leader. So the Pope's basically doing what popes do. We need peace, the dove, let all this, not the axe, And then Trump criticizes him for doing what popes always do. Well, obviously he's not big on crime. Are you kidding me? How dumb can you sound, buddy?
Apparently, there is no limit to how dumb he can sound.
What was one of his finance ministers said just yesterday, or even maybe this morning? He said, "It may look like we're going down the wrong road, but just because it looks like we're going down the wrong road, don't mean we're going down the wrong road."
Which goes along with what Trump said in Trump 1.0. You cannot believe what you see, and you cannot believe what you hear. Do you remember that in the Trump 1.0?
Yeah.
So nothing is real. So we have Wall Street Journal publishing economic statistics that show the opposite, but we're supposed to believe Trump after he gutted the department that's supposed to keep statistics, and now they're not releasing the statistics except
they're just going to tell you where it is.
Right. Oh boy! So here we go.
They think instantly, should this get resolved, all the prices are going to just drop.
Meanwhile,
They may
you've
go
wrecked-
down a bit, but they
you've
may
wrecked-
actually go up.
Jim and Terry Show, talking about things that we find incredulous over a cup of coffee. Jesus, the orange Jesus or the real Jesus?
I'll take the real one, thank
We'll
you.
take the real one. How do you tell whether it's real or Memorex? Jim and Terry Show.
I
signing
can't
off.
comment on that.
It's complicated, this relationship I